Prasad, Sadguru Prasad ek Omkar.
Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Greetings and salutations, everybody. I'm so sorry it's taken me so long to do this. So many things going on in my personal life in regards to business and home, people in my neighborhood. I live in the desert, so a lot of people, when you move out to places like this, they have a tendency to get a little dirt happy. So dealing with the newness of these new neighbors becoming desert, cowboys, and just as a yogi, really going through it and understanding that I have to accept that these people are the way they are, just the way it is. So learning how to handle that with that violent streak in people, learning how to not react to people who are like, you don't know, tell me what to do, it's my land, I'm gonna do what I want, kind of attitude. And a lot of people have that kind of personality. Everybody's always on the defense. Like I've said before when I've done these art journal videos in the past, and I'm always focusing on the chakras because it's important to get grounded in the first, and the second, hone in those wounds, creating, setting goals is in the second, right? And then the third is just, dealing with those wounds. The wounds are pretty, you need to heal those. Getting the emotion and the feelings in order, understanding them, learning how to deal and handle them. And then we go into the solar plexus, which is the gate to shoot up to the triangle up here of chakras, right? Because we've got the lower triangle, the upper triangle. I've explained these in the last 3, I believe, yoga videos I've done. So with this in mind, balance is everything. To be clear and have clarity is so important in dealing with situations like this. For example, like my neighbors, okay? They're doing things to the road that could cause problems. Can't really do much about it. The other neighbors are on their side. There is really not much of I don't want a war. I don't want to stop these people. That is not my purpose. What is my purpose is that the neighbors don't have a hard time getting out of the road that happens to be in front of my house. So, and then blaming me. So, all these things I've dealt with living here. Now everyone can say, move out of there, right? Get out. I love it here. It's my home. I've been here for over 20 years. I should feel that I can just be and allow people to be them too, but understand the circumstances and the consequences of your actions. And everyone's like, yeah, so what? Fuck you. We're going to do what we want. It's our property. Go to hell. You lost. I've got the whole neighborhood behind me. There is nothing you can do. As a yogi, I have to sit here and go, you know what? It's not worth the fight. Pick your battles wisely. I'm gonna say that this is a battle I choose not to pick. I want to step away and go, all right, well, just as long as we know what's going on and what could happen, then we're good. And I step away. Dave and I step away. But there's still that anger. There's still that, you lost, I'm going to tell you what to do. And then it becomes where they're trying to step on your toes, trying to get on your turf. And that's when you have to put people at bay. Like, here's the boundaries. So it's learning that. And so it's all based in our chakras. Yes, we have to work our chakras, but we also have to fine tune within the chakras, which are the tattvas, the elements within the chakras. Okay? And this is because when you were a child, you've already, even the time of conception, depending on where your parents were at when you were conceived, is if that's not in tune, your own parents, and majority of the time it isn't, then it affects you. And so you, and they call this the DNA, right? But it's really those tattvas. The tattvas are just already getting jaded, if you will. They're already getting some life experience in them already. And then when we become children and we're interacting with other people, our self-esteem is being pushed one way or the other, right? Either parents are telling you, oh, you're such a wonderful kid, look what you can do. Or you have a parent that says, oh, what are you doing? Stop it. Don't do that. Just sit down. You know, kids are supposed to be seen, not heard. So we don't want to hear you. Just sit there. Be a dog. Okay? So all these things affect our character, affect us so much that we don't exactly know how to be our authentic selves. And in order to become your authentic self, you got to work that stuff out. It needs to be cleared and balanced and understand it's the past and to let it go, you know, and move forward. And know that you survived it and you learned a lot from it. But now it's time to take that pain and erase it and put it away and focus on now and how you deal with others and how to deal with them without that picking a fight or letting them pick a fight with you. It's very important that we understand this because I'm seeing this a lot more lately, and I'm kind of feeling like it's because of the president we have as Americans here. And so I'm really, worried about people, and I think all of us who do this work are worried and that's why we do it. But it's not an easy thing to do as a teacher, I'll tell you that. So all these energies and all this different stuff is getting violent and getting dark, getting angry, saying, you don't know, and because you don't get angry back or start throwing ugly words to them back, they go deeper. And they go deeper because they think, hey, what, that didn't trigger you? I want a trigger. I want a reaction. And I'm going to keep picking till I get it. It's learning how to handle that without going there, and that is very hard because I see it here, it's like they really want to fight that I choose not to. And I'm trying to be peaceful here and you don't want to. And that's the thing, people don't want to because they're so angry. They're so full of all that self-esteem issues as a child. So we need to balance those tattvas within the chakras. And there's 5 elements of the tattvas, which are it's the fire, the earth, the water, the air, and the ether. These tattvas have a specific frequency of pranic vibrations. So when you really clear them out and you balance them with meditation, we're going to do a meditation for working and balancing our tattvas, getting it clear so we know how to handle people with compassion and love and not react most of all. Because everybody wants to trigger you. They want to keep picking at you and trigger you off. That is the test of life, everyone. One of the main ones. Knowing how to not react to people who want to get a rise out of you. Because they want to fight. And that's how people get hurt. And wars start happening. And we have it happening all over the world. So we have to start with ourselves in order for the energy around us to change. And it's not going to happen overnight, but if we really take the time to be aware, to clear the energy, clear our own energy, one chakra at a time. Hone in there, you know. We've been on the planet for a while. If you're watching this, we've been here for a bit. Whether you're 20, whether you're 18, whether you're 12, whether you're 40, 50, 60, it doesn't matter. We have already been on this world for a while. Our bodies, our chakras are a little bit already getting polluted. And we need to clean them out, no matter what age we are. Clear them out so we can be aware of these things, because it's strong right now. Right now, we're coming into a time where it's getting really being aware of this energy that's happening. Okay. My golly. So, we're finally here. First, I must have some tea. Tea is so important, guys. If I don't have my tea, this is a lovely combination of teas. So I hope you can see me. I'm about to pour me some tea. It's an elderberry, beautiful chamomile elderberry. It's beautiful. Thank you, all healing herbs from Mother Earth, Mama Gaia. Please protect me from all these energies that are so angry and so have to let us know that they exist. Even as I do this art journal meditation video, I still feel their energy outside moving their dirt and angry out there. So please soften hearts. Guide me to guiding these people and softening their hearts. Please. Okay, so we're going to get started. So now that we understand the Tattvas a little more and understand what it is we're dealing with, so we're focusing our attention on our navel and our heart. Okay? That's where our focus is. Now, if you see where that is, our navel here, okay, and our heart here, okay, and the solar plexus pushes all this lower energy up to these chakras, okay? So we need to balance. It's always about the balance, folks, okay? So, because this is going into the heart, we better have compassion here when we get to her. We better, you know? Because there's a lot you deal with, like I'm telling you, my neighbor chronicles, okay? I'm dealing with that. But now I'm able to deal with, and I got my tea here, I'm able to deal with that on a very understanding level of, okay, this is the way it is. I accept that my neighbor's getting freaky about stuff and is trying very hard to make his property look beautiful. And I understand that and I accept that, and my emotions, I don't feel any pain. I don't feel any anger. I don't feel any frustration. I don't feel any hate. I don't feel any animosity. I'm just letting it go. And you got to get there, okay? So when you come to your heart with that, you have compassion for them. And you step away with ease, not wanting to pick a fight or find what you can get, your agenda, if you will, right? It's always about the agendas. We want to open up and strengthen our solar plexus, because then we can reach that compassion and our abilities with our powers, if you will, and consciousness, what we can tap into there. Okay, is beautiful. I mean, I've recently, I've been, for a year or two now, I've been really awakened, and every day it's an awakening, guys and gals. Every day it's just an awakening. And you go through different pods, as they call it, and I'll get into that one of these days. But you really start to evolve to the next level of your yoginess, of your guru-ness. And it's exciting because those powers are really cool, because now I'm able to meditate and now have visions of my past lives, which I found very fascinating, and never really had that in a long time. I mean, I used to have them and go, no, really? But then I started to believe, based on what my daughter and I have been experiencing together and finding out about one another with each other, So you really get to tap into those abilities. So that's what we want to do. We want to understand that there's more to life than planet Earth and being here in this body. Okay? We are huger. We're infinite. Because now we're going to get really into the crux of things. Not just writing down everything that's healthy, but now that you know how to do that, we're going to now ask these. I'm going to give you some questions for your soul and your mind. Okay? To help the body as well.
You say you care, it just makes me sick. I don't know why I feel so.
So now that you wrote everything about your, how can I honor my courage to face life's challenges instead of shame myself? That one was pretty heavy for me because I remember as a child, my mother was always scaring me into believing things so she could control me. And always loyal to my mother, not realizing that the whole time she was just seeing me as nothing better, nothing to be proud of. Because she had that respect for me, nobody else in my family really had much respect for me. To this day, as a matter of fact. But it's hard as a woman, or as anyone at that you're being judged constantly, and so you live off this judgment and you try the whole time trying to be what they really want you to be because you just want something good to be said about you, So that's what I'm letting go of to face my challenges in life, so that I could have self-esteem, a positive attitude about myself anyway. Because I'll get to the neutral at one point, I know I will, because I'm evolving and I'm really taking my teachings, my practice very seriously for myself, because it's helped me a lot. And I used to be a very angry person, really manic to where I would just disease inside. I've had 2 surgeries for fibroids. I've got cysts. Realizing that didn't serve me anymore, and that I had to accept where everyone was at. That I couldn't stress out about these things anymore. So now I don't get any more cysts because they grow everywhere. So they come and go. So I'm able to know when they're coming up and take my teas, my herbs, along with my meditations and doing this, and it helps. So that's what we're talking about here, is facing life's challenges instead of shaming myself. So I'm not going to implode anymore in the shame and regret of life that I've done to myself or done to others, supposedly. The whole "it's my fault" scenarios, because everyone says it so, right? So I've learned to just take that and go, hey, that's everybody else's opinion. I am connected to myself. I'm doing good things for myself every day. I'm focused. I'm working very hard. It's even hard for me to get these art journal videos to you. So this is part of it, right? It's all part of the work. So we write all that down, and how we're going to face it and how we're going to achieve our goals, right? So now we're going to get some paint. Okay, this is, you know, again, you could use any color, guys, gals, any color. Okay, any color. And we are going to wash it away. My usual washing away-age. Yep. It's wash away time. Wash it away time. And I am going to wipe this out. I'm going to do it. I'm going to wipe this shit out right now. So you can still see what I said, but I'm going to be drawing over this and putting more colors, so it's quite alright. So I want you to sit with this and really feel what you just said about how, you know, you want to honor your courage to face life's challenges, and instead of shaming yourself, okay? So we're going to release all that children stuff. Really, it really focuses there. And if you focus there, you'll know what things you need to work on or where it went awry for you, if you will, okay? You'll know. It doesn't even have to be horrible stuff. It just has to be stuff that you know, like, oh, even people who allowed you to, you know, be away a certain way, or you know, could be the reason also that, you know, you're having a hard time with your, you know, the courage to do things, right? Face your challenges. So we're going to sit with that for a bit. Okay? Yogis have long recognized that the best decision making takes place when the left and right hemispheres of the brain are balanced and synchronized. Since the left brain questions and the right brain accepts, an individual's analytical and creative thought processes are most effective when the state of balance and neutrality is achieved. This meditation balances the brain and relieves stress. It takes only 3 minutes but can have a profound effect. It should be an easy pose. Okay? Remember the alignment of your Uddiyana, your belly. Okay? Close there. Okay, and I want you to tuck your belly in. I want you to have a flat spine. Okay? Our hands, we're going to touch your fingertips. Okay? Frequency going. You're going to put it in, you're going to put the thumb into your heart. Okay? It's kind of like you're balancing your fingers together like this. You'll feel the energy. It's pretty intense. Okay? Alright? I think so. Okay? And the pattern is you're going to inhale long and slowly, and then you're going to pump it out 8 times. Okay? And then you're going to inhale again, feeling the belly. Make sure your posture's good. And then you're going to blow out again. Okay? Making sure your posture's straight. Because I notice me, I tend to slouch after a while. Don't do that. Okay? So, inhale. Exhale. 8 times. Pumps. Pumps, okay? As you're emptying out. And then you inhale again. Okay? And while you're doing all this, you're going to look on the tip of your nose. Okay? So your eyes are going to be shut like all the way except for 1/10 of it. You're going to look right in the middle of the nose. Alright? Be like this. Down. Always remembering to remind yourself about your posture. Okay? Okay, so now that we've answered that question, draw some stuff to remind us of our Tatvas, to get us to understand that we need to really focus and be aware of things at times. Tattvas being one of them. So I found this on the net. I'll put the link down below. I'm using this. So I'm going to put this in the middle, and then I'm going to have my Tattvas here. Okay, so here we go. Probably going to just I moved my tea. Alright, so need a pencil. So now we're going to draw a line here for my Tattvas. Figure out how big this line should be here. I'm going to go 2 inches in this little art journal here. I'm just going to put my Tattva symbols here. see. Alright. So I made some squares. So I found me some 99-cent. Good old 99. Supremo. Look at 99 now. Looks primo. Looks primo. Can always depend on 99. So and I'm going to leave this so that I can just do like a corner of that, you know, thingy. Tattva. Sorry. For that Tattva. So I'm going to just bring this corner into play. So the first one is Earth. So over here, we're going to do an Earth. So I'm just going to draw an Earth. I'm kind of going with the box I had already had there. We're moving it over so I can write some stuff around it or something. So there's the Earth. Okay. I'll probably do it like this. You guys see that? I'm drawing Earth. I'm putting Earth. Okay. I'm spelling Earth. Going. There it is. So we got Earth. Okay. Alright, so I'm drawing in my Earth a little bit just to get an idea of what my Earth is going to look like. Some brown. Look that guy's maybe a little more Earth hair. Well, my Earth is interesting. So you guys, it doesn't have to be, you know, completely looking. I mean, look at me. I'm not exactly the greatest artist, as we're realizing my Earth looks like one of the new planets they found. Looks like one of those Earths. Okay. I'm going to bring out the square, which is in here because with this Tattva, the Earth Tattva is a square. So I'm just kind of going to go like that. Colors of what the Tattva in the square was, which is an orange. Looks like the same color of orange. Not to worry. We'll put it in red. And that happens. See, I'm doing all kinds of mistakes right in front of you. It's just nice. Can see that there is no mistakes. No mistakes. Just amazing art. There. So now we know that's what that is. Okay. So I got my Earth, my interesting Earth. I'm glad that happened so you could see it doesn't have to be perfect. So it is a make mistakes day. Maybe because I'm dealing with my situations with my neighbor. I'm making mistakes left and right. My earth don't look that earthy. And okay, so we need a little yellow in there. I made a mistake. This is yellow. I'm just gonna bring it in a little more yellow. Okay, and I'm going to call it good. All right, so that gives it a little more orangey yellow feel to it. What I'm referring to is this boxes here. You can get them on online. I just looked up Tattva's, and this is what I'm referring to. So I wanted to make sure it was kind of yellow, like the square is here on the box. And the next one is air, which should be on this side. Okay, so we're going to do some air. And because it's a circle, you could do this with pencil. Kind of an eyeball list. Okay. See that? If you can see that. Okay. So see my circle isn't exactly the greatest circle. Okay. It's kind of in this square here. I kind of delete it out, and I'm gonna put some wind in there, or air, like wind. Okay, it's gonna look like this. There's my air, and I'm going to do the same thing I did with earth. I'm going to put air in the bottom. You don't have to do it like me, everybody. Do your own font. It's quite alright. It's all in your imagination. Okay. So there you go. And we're going to color in our air. We're going to just give it some just kind of doing it. That Tattva, and we're going to need to put some color in that air. We're going to do the same color we did this area. I'm going to bring this all just over here a little bit. Just kind of going on. And then I'm gonna go. Just going with the flow, everybody. All the ideas are there, everybody. Now we are going to do fire, which goes down on this side. Okay. So we're going to put fire, which is a triangle. So I'm just going to put imaginary little box again, so I know where this is. Bring my triangle out a bit here. To the fire. What I remember, and this is how I remember the symbol of fire. To the fire. To the fire. This one broke too. I know it's a different color, huh? A fricked up. See, you guys? There's always a fricker upper, but it always can be tamed somehow, somewhere. So here's my fire. Come on, baby. Light my fire. It's fire. It's fire. Alright, so to make it look more fiery, I probably just outline it a little more and define my lines. Far. See? And I'm going to use the same colors I used for this. What did I do with those colors? And then bring it in here. Just kind of get her in there. Far. Okay, and then so we've got fire and to the fire, and we've got earth, and we've got air. And what are these, boys and girls, so far? These are 4 Tatvas. 4 Tatvas. Okay, so now we're gonna do our last Tattva, which is what, boys and girls? It's water. Now, some of these thingies, Tattvas, I guess the ether is the person in the middle, because there's 5 Tattvas, one of them being ether. And we symbolize the ether. So, we're just going to put ether in the middle. So, water will go over here. Alright, so I'm going to put this Oh, my pencils are breaking, you guys. Hopefully I found enough colors to do the rest of this. Okay, so I'm drawing my air in. Decided to do it in blue. Okay, these are just regular coloring pencils. I'll probably have to... You don't have to use what I'm using. You could use watercolor. Anything you got, use it. Crayons, anything. I'm using watercolor pencils. I mean, no, not watercolor. Just regular colored pencils. I do have watercolor. But I'm liking these creamy... What are they called? Verithin? Verithin? Is that what it is? Sorry, guys. I'm using the beautiful creamy Verithin. So we're gonna bring in fire with some terracotta. I think this is a terracotta. And you know, I want you to think about what you're feeling right now as you do this. And if not, that's good too, man. If you could go without thought, awesome. Alright, so I'm going to put this... Oh, my pencils are breaking, you guys. Hopefully I found enough colors to do the rest of this. Okay, so I'm drawing my air in. Decided to do it in blue. Okay, these are just regular coloring pencils. I'll probably have to... You don't have to use what I'm using. You could use watercolor. Anything you got, use it. Crayons, anything. I'm using watercolor pencils. I mean, no, not watercolor. Just regular colored pencils. I do have watercolor. But I'm liking these creamy... What are they called? Verithin? Verithin? Is that what it is? Sorry, guys. I'm using the beautiful creamy Verithin, which is very interesting. So there's my air. So I'm able to really dive into my art now without any thoughts, except my art. I'm thinking about the Tattvas. I'm thinking how they do me right, and when they're balanced, I recognize it. And you speak from your truth. Definitely got that. Speaking from the truth. The only problem is, guys, gotta filter truth sometimes. You gotta, you know, handle it with kids' gloves when it comes to everybody else. Okay, there's my fire. And we need to do my water. Water. There's air. There's earth. There's fire. Okay. Digging it. Absolutely digging it. Okay, so now we are going to draw the spirit. Okay? These are the Tattvas. And this is our spirit right here, where we're going to put, okay? And then we're going to do some writing in here of what it is from these Tattvas we want to gain from them. Because the whole idea of these art journals, everyone, is that they are, you know, meant to remind you of, you know, what you need to be remembering. And that's why I do these, so I can always refer to my page of what it is I'm feeling right now, okay? And reminding myself how I really need to stay focused, need to stay where I'm at. I'm in a good place. I'm a teacher, so, you know, I've really made it a point that if I'm going to teach yoga, meditation, heal people, I really need to stay honed in and in tune and awaken every day. You know, always awake. There should be, the awakening never stops. Your soul is always wanting life experience. It's wanting experience. It's wanting to know knowledge, to absorb it for the next life. So you're always awakening, I've found. Okay? So what we want to do is we want to continue. We don't want to transgress. We don't want to screw up and yell at somebody and go, that's it, you know, with ugly words, of course, because it depends on politics, whatever you're doing, whatever you're fighting for as well, and picking your battles wisely. That's what it's about. Okay, so we are good. You know, I just want to hone in on who we are and what I am and what the Tatvas are, balancing out my Tatvas, what it does for me. Because life can get crazier if I don't balance this out. So now we're going to put our spirit there. Okay? And I found a really cool photo that I could write in, because, you know, I'm always about my journaling. There it is. I thought that would be really good, because in these lines you could put, you know, words, or in the body, you know. So that's what I'm using in this. Alrighty, so I am going to just make a square here going all the way down, so I could just know where the middle is here. So that was what we're going to do. There's the head. So now what I'm doing is I'm just putting this across so I know where the neck would be. And this would be basically the shoulders. And I'm going to bring this down. My friend's talking to me. Now we're going to outline it so we can see it more, and we can erase all the other stuff, right? But there is our spirit right in the middle of everything, with our pen, this part. Alright, so I filled her in with the pen. Okay, and now we're going to erase all pencil. Okay, so over on this arm, I'm going to put vibrational frequency. Up here on the head, I'm going to put prana. Okay. There's vibration. And put prana on the head.
I know this by the grace of the true. I know this by the grace of the true.